Mayor Timothy intent to execute the contract for the city of Fairhope.
As a foundation for this, Greg, we do have a contract that's about to expire, and we need a new contract for FEMA to pick up the tab. Is this correct?
Yes.
Okay. Alabama state law, section 39-2-6 states, the contract shall be awarded to the lowest responsible and responsive bidder. That's pretty much cut and dried. Mr. Wynn, as far as the legal ramifications, are you satisfied that Pittman Tractor has met all requirements, legal requirements?
I can't speak to that. I mean, we depend on Mr. Eslava and other people to tell us about the bid requirements, the technical aspects of the bid requirements. I can't speak to. All I can speak to is what the law says, and from a legal standpoint, point out that you quoted the law correctly, and it goes on to say that a responsible bidder is one who, among other qualities determined necessary for performance, is competent, experienced, and financially able. I was under the impression that all the businesses that made the final cut that Mr. Eslava evaluated met that criteria. I don't know that. I depend on other people to decide that. So if all the people on that list met that criteria, then I think we go right back to the law that says shall be awarded to the lowest responsible and responsive bidder. If the bids that were analyzed in the spreadsheet were responsible and responsive bidders, I don't think the state law gives us much choice. And I think that's true whether it's a unit contract or a fixed price contract. But I can't say that all the bids are responsible or responsive, because that's more of a technical decision that I'm not qualified to make.
Do you know if the Ethics Commission has been contacted or not concerning this?
I did not contact them. I heard that others may have contacted them.
I'm sorry?
I contacted them.
You contacted them, and what did they say?
That as long as the law was followed, the Pittman would be awarded the contract.
Okay.
I'm not looking at this from political angle, from any angle except the pure shall be awarded language in the bid law and public works law.
According to the city clerk, she's contacted the Ethics Commission, and Pittman Tractor is qualified and meets the ethical minimums to apply for this contract. Okay, is there a motion to approve the resolution?
I'll make a motion to approve it.
Is there a second?
I'll second it.
Discussion.
Well, I know that Pittman has done contracts with us in the past for debris removal, and I think he did a responsible and qualified job at that point in time, and I would expect that he would continue to do that. So thus he has proven that he's responsible and qualified. And I disagree with a lot of laws that are out there. I still have to travel the same speed limit whether I disagree with it or not. And if he's responsible and qualified, I think we're going to have to go with him as the low bid. One way to get around this is to contract with the Corps of Engineers and just not do a private contract. They are a bit slower, but if that's something we want to investigate, we could go do that.
What is that all, Ms. Clerk? Any other discussion?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I'm up. The criteria in qualifying the bidders: experience in disaster response, response time, staff and quality and experience, cost of service, manpower and equipment, environmental responsibility, which is basically your oil spill or something of that nature with regard to environment, and proximity to Fairhope. And in looking at the results, and these were scored by the Public Works 1 to 10, and the highest score was a 54, and that was by a particular company. And then the rest were 53. So we're talking about, as far as qualifications, we're talking about a 1-point difference. A 1-point difference. We're not talking about a 50 and a 20. The others involved that bid did not, or were not able, or did not respond with regard to the environment disasters. And so I eliminated those. If you do that, we have 1, 2, and 3 separated by 1 point. The low bid from the second bid is $99,800. The difference between the low bid and what would be the third bid is $348,000. Now, a question was raised, is it possible to low bid a contract? Sure it is. But it's on them. If they want to bid, they bid, and that's it. And when you sign the contract, you have to hold their feet to the fire. And that's the bidding process. Can anybody low bid? Sure. Is it possible that they, in this instance, they were all rated as being able to perform? The other situation is, without making it look corrupt. Well, I wish we weren't in this predicament. I personally have always tried to do things that not only are right, but look right. But looking wrong is not illegal. It may not be what you want it to be. It may not be something that is particularly tasteful.